Start recording. Hey guys, what's up? This is I'm about to say the best you clinic. This is the J&B podcast.
The best you clinic.
Yeah, of course the best you can, but J&B podcast. Wednesday Hump Day Bash. Let's go. So we're gonna share it and stuff, and then we're gonna do like we always do. Start with a prayer, but we're gonna go and share it out.
Give us just a second.
Yeah. Get our Facebook Live started. Hey, Facebook Live, we sharing it out right now. Thought I could share it. Hold on, okay. Nope. Oh, dang it. I thought Facebook let you share it when you own it.
I think you have before.
I can't see it now. Because it's light. I think you might have to. You got your phone.
Yeah.
Share it on your phone.
I just shared the. Okay, now it's live now, so now I can share it. Okay. I think you can do like invitations and stuff. Yeah, you can't share.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay.
Y'all give us a second.
We learning my face all over
Yeah.
the thing. I had a friends that I shared it, but I usually share earlier. I shared the YouTube.
I did too.
Before I got on, that's what I should have did. I had a friend that was like, "Hey, they want." Well,
I just shared the YouTube.
Okay.
I don't know that it's shared on mine though.
No, you good. They're not on Facebook. They're gonna kill me. No, they won't. Yeah, I just want we've been having great supporters. Like, hey, we support you. So I want to make sure everybody is that wants to watch us is on. So, okay. Well, thank you for that because I forgot we supposed to be having it where we can see the comments. Yeah, we setting up where we can see all the comments and stuff. But how y'all doing? How y'all week going? This is the Wednesday Hump Day Bash. In your midday, getting through the week, the work week. You know how it is. A lot of us is ready to go on and get to that weekend, right? You're like, yeah, I'm ready.
Man.
Like the boss get on your last night and a coworker thinking they all land in a bag of chips. You know how it is. I know I'm telling my age, but it'll be all right. What's up? Let me know who watching. Y'all share it. Y'all like it. Y'all comment. We can see all the comments. We got all our screens, laptop, phone, lights. We big ready. So we got some great stuff. We've been really pushing the book. We've been having we having some traffic to the website. We've been having some new subscribers on YouTube. So baby, it's growing. Listen, it is going good. So
thank y'all for subscribing on our YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 50. We were at 19 for like a long time. Now we at 22, baby. Yeah. So come on. I want to be at least halfway there. We need at least 2 more to get halfway home. We want 50. We need 50. Yeah. But yes, we're sitting at 22 now. So thank y'all for that. Since Sunday.
22.
Yeah. So let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Hope our family on.
Yes.
We got the YouTube. The YouTube chat is up. So we got that looking good. We got the Facebook looking good. All right. So we're going to do like we always do. We're going to start with a prayer.
Yes.
Start with a prayer, end with a prayer. Father God, we thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for just all the great and amazing people that decide to connect with us, decide to say we're going to vibe out with the J&B podcast. We want to be inspired. We want to be encouraged. We want to be motivated. We want to be uplifted and just ready for a great conversation, laughter, and inspiration. And we're just going to have a good time. Amen.
Amen.
So I was just thinking about it. We've been having this world famous book called Eradicating the Beast, which is super, super amazing. And I'm just pulling up my notes real quick. And so we're going to be talking about what happens when you try to train a beast. Like, trying to train a beast? Ooh wee. Like she know about training dogs and stuff and other stuff. She got skills on training, domestic pets. But training a beast? A wild beast?
Yeah.
Oh my. Lion, tigers, and bears. Oh my. And that's what people be trying to train. The biggest, baddest, the deadliest animals, and they be like, "Oh, we want that." You be like, "Oh, look at Dumbo, look at the elephant. It's a wild animal.
Yeah.
Don't. Oh, look how big this looks. So nice. It will crush you. You hear me? Put you in, have you in pieces. I've listen some crazy videos, and it be elephants just running people over. So, because I think we forget sometimes that it's still a beast, right? Because we think, oh, it's exotic. Oh yeah, you want to play with it? All right. So we're gonna talk about one big thing. Man, I was sharing this with her, and they actually changed it because the circus was like a really big thing, and it was big because of the animals. Like it became the main thing. Like back in the day, the circus was just more just like different things, but it was mainly the big attraction was animals,
right?
Like the lions, and the bears be what the bears on balls and it be weird stuff. It be loose.
They put them in tutus and have them on the balls and carrying around other little animals and things like that. Yeah, and they try to get the, like you said, the biggest and the most dangerous. Yeah, so that's what it used to be about. It was about the being able to train the animals, the tigers jumping through the fire and
the hoops,
and anything that was like crazy, like if it had like 3 legs, 3 eyes, or like something different stuff like that. Yeah.
And people pay and see it because it's interesting, right? Because you never see these wild animals in that type of situation. But then when I started looking at the dark part of the circus, right, is like, how do they really train these wild bees? And then they say they use abusive tactics, right? They use fear-based methods to force wild animals to perform unnatural tricks. And I was like, So y'all, and because think about it, they be having whips, chairs, like, and so they have to like show a dominance to be able to control the beast. And I was thinking about this book because we've been talking about the book, right? We're talking about how you need to identify the beast, you need to be able to track the beast, you need to see what the beast is feeding off, and then once you capture the beast, we talk about that. Like, what do you do next? And what I realized while I was telling her, like, sometimes, man, people be trying to manage. They be trying to train the beast. They be trying. Well, if I love the beast enough, and if I keep a track of them and I make sure they doing everything right, everything perfect, then they're gonna be for me. They're gonna eventually get it. And I think that's the problem when you say you can't really change people. They can change themselves, but you can't change people. Yeah. And I feel like when you trying to become like a trainer, like a circus, you're trying to force them to do something that's outside of their nature.
Yeah. Like he said, unnatural. It's unnatural. It's not something that comes naturally.
No.
So.
Yeah. And it's like you forcing it. Mm-hmm. And what happens when you constantly have to force something? Is it even real?
That's probably the biggest question, right? Is it even real, or are you even being totally you and real, to yourself? Like, are you,
Hey, Laquita. Sorry.
Hey, we see it?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, because, I don't know. Well, we see the chat, but I see. Yeah, it don't show us watching on the screen, but it shows on my cell phone. Hey, Laquita, shout us out. So
hey.
Yeah, so we our book is officially out. If you didn't know, you know now. And we're talking about how people try to change others in relationships. And it can have to be just a dating relationship. It can be a work relationship. It can be at work, like you in a toxic situation, you trying to change it, and it's like you getting frustrated. You know how it is. You be at work like, man, I'm tired of this job, and instead of you reinventing yourself and moving around, you trying to change it, the culture of the job, and then you getting frustrated because you trying to manage something that you can't manage.
Right.
Because you ain't in that position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just a regular worker, but you stressing yourself out.
Yep.
Because it ain't what you need. And how many times we do that? We'll stay in a situation because we think, dude, we Superman, we can fix it. Let me fix it. Let me fix that broken person. Let me fix that broken job. Let me fix. And do you know how much time it takes to try to fix something?
Yeah. Well, not just something, you're people. Trying to,
trying to fix people.
And that's
the hardest thing.
That is.
That don't want to be fixed or not trying to fix themselves.
That's the problem. That's the key
trying to fix
right
that,
there.
That ain't trying to fix themselves.
Right. Yeah. They have to be kind of like what I was referring to last time was, rehab. Like, what is the very first step of rehab?
I don't know. I've never been in rehab.
Being aware that you have the problem.
That makes sense.
Know that you have a problem.
Yeah, you're right.
You
know that
you
first.
have to be aware that, first step is, yes, I do have a problem.
If you're like, I'm not a drunk.
Yeah. The second part of that is I want help. I want help. I'm wanting to change.
Yeah.
I want to go. I see that I have issues and I want different.
Yeah.
Because they can, and it's another thing to, because a person has told me all day before, I know I need to change and I want to change. I know I need to change and I want to change. But if you're never actually doing and never actually seeing action,
nah.
Like
they feel you lip service.
You doing a whole lot of this, but you're probably still not ready for the change.
And now you carrying all this heaviness and weight of trying to change a person that ain't trying to help themselves.
And now it's changing you.
Have you noticed that?
That's like probably the hardest part is, how friends and relatives will even say, ever since she's been with him or ever since they've been together, she started doing this and she started being like this and she started doing that and she can't do this anymore and she can't, So you start, and it's not good changes. It's not like, oh, she's so happy now, and every time we get together and it's nothing, it's, oh, no, she can't do this now. She, it's always that bad change. It's always, something negative that's like going on.
Facts.
And everybody notices a change. Even when you don't notice the change.
No, facts.
And that you're trying to constantly be someone that you're not, trying to manage and tame another human being.
Ooh, come on.
Where they do that at? But we tend to do it every day.
We do it.
But it's not good. It's not good for your mental. It's not good for your physical.
It's not good for nothing.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been stressed out behind trying to manage a relationship, manage being in a relationship with someone who wasn't ready for the change, wasn't on a healing journey, trying to take on all of theirs and mine too, and becoming a whole different person.
Yeah.
And now everything that I am and everything that I want and everything, all of my dreams are all of a sudden being put on the back burner.
Exactly. Because now you putting them before you, right? Mm-hmm. And like Kelly said, you play the Bob the Builder mentality
Yeah.
Will have you in shambles. Exactly. Because
exactly.
It's hard to manage someone else's trauma. You got your own.
Exactly.
Like you got your own growth. You have your own goals, your own vision. And so now you're neglecting yourself to save someone that's not actively and being accountable for their own healing and their own salvation. Now you becoming this savior to them.
Yep.
And guess what? Now you become a sacrificial lamb. And that's the dark side of it. And you don't realize that because like with an animal, like you train them and they're doing tricks, and so it makes you happy.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, man. Yeah. But it's called a trick. So what does that mean? They're tricking you.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's not their real behavior. It's not their real, like, it's not real change. It's just a trick.
Yeah. And that's all that.
Stop.
That's all that.
So stop dealing with tricks.
That's all that.
I had to.
But that's all that, that manipulation and that brainwashing and, because again, you're probably becoming someone that you're not even, and now you're probably you're kind of becoming the beast as well.
No, facts.
Because you're having to manipulate yourself, kind of brainwash yourself, manipulate the situation.
Totally.
For them to somewhat follow what you're trying to, what you're actually trying to lead and do better. Like, but if it shouldn't be that hard.
No.
And if it's that hard, it might be time to walk away.
No, facts. If you have to force, I had to realize this. If you have to force someone to love you or force someone to behave right or force someone to respect you.
Yeah.
Do you even want it? Is it even real? It's like you create a fantasy world that's not really real.
Yeah.
And I watched like people spend years managing a toxic person.
Yep.
And then you're like, I spent 15 years chasing this man. I spent 15 years and this woman still hurt me.
But look at the word that you used, chasing.
Yeah.
Because that's when you're trying to manage, right? I got his location. I got her location.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm checking their social media.
Yeah. All those things. But look at how much time you're having to spend out of your day just to try to keep up with what they're doing.
You can be working on your business. Now you have to check them on social media. You logging into fake accounts and creating fake emails and you popping up at their job and you can be working on your business.
Yep, and worried about yourself.
Yeah.
Like, because if they love you enough and they want you enough, you're going to see it, you're going to feel it. You're not going to have to do the most.
You don't have to do the most.
Like, I was sharing with him that I watched earlier, I love Jay Shetty, and he has a podcast called On Purpose.
Yeah.
And I was watching Cardi B. He said, and this is what he said. He said, when he very first started the podcast, they said, well, who is the one person that out of everybody that you would want to have on the show?
Yeah.
He said Cardi B. He said, you can go check the tapes 5 years ago. Like, she was the one because they're so different.
Yeah.
You would never see them in the same room with each other,
Not
right? But she, Cardi real can be. And most of the podcast was bleeped out because she bad with her mouth, which she says, she's like, I've had to apologize, a lot for my mouth. But, she said she was in the deepest depression that she had ever been in this past year, dealing with her divorce. And she stayed in that situation for far too long, trying to manage someone who kept acting like they loved her. That she really did love, though, was head over heels. And she said, and at some point, they really were in love. Yeah. But that last year, and her even being pregnant with their last child, which is probably the hardest thing to have to go through.
No, facts. Yeah.
She said she could actually feel the love dying. Like literally feeling and she went to a therapist. She said she went to 6 sessions and that was enough for her.
Okay.
But within like the first 3 sessions, that's how she started actually recognizing that the love was dying. Yeah. You know, being able to see those red flags, being able to actually pinpoint and know what that feeling was.
Yeah.
And even though she said, you know, it was over time and she finally said, no more.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore to myself nor my children. I'm not going to have this in my environment anymore. Yeah. You know, it took a little bit for the heart to catch up with the mind, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just hard when you're in love with someone and, you know, she was like, I got to go home alone now. I don't have anybody to talk to anymore. Like, she's like, I'm a very closed off person. You know, I'm all to myself anyway. I can talk to my homegirls all day on the phone, but I'm not one where we go out and party. I'm not one where you can come over to my house and chill.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's kind of like interesting to know about her.
Yeah.
You know, because she is so loud and, you know,
facts.
And also you feel like she's very in control of who she is, you know, and to know that she was vulnerable like that, to know that she was in her deepest depression, you know, going through that, it kind of humanized her, you know, for me in the most sensitive way.
Oh, for sure. I think just the assumption is because of her personality or her celebrity image, the persona that she puts on.
Yeah.
And like the reaction, because if you notice, like at times things happen, she'll react strong.
Yeah.
She'll react very outspoken.
But that's kind of like that thing where they say, you know, your strongest friends are the ones you should check on the most.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just because somebody's reacted in a certain way doesn't mean like that's who they are in normal life. Sometimes
that's what she said too, you know, just because you think that you know who I am.
Exactly.
And I think that's, you know, that's not just celebrity wise either.
No, that's,
you know, because a lot of people, we've talked about walking into rooms and being totally different people than, you know, we are when we are, you know, behind closed doors. So, you know, you think that you know who I am, but you really don't.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't notice it until we blow up, right?
Yeah.
You don't see the quiet us. You don't see the because it's not, nobody likes that. People like the violent. They like when you go off. You know what I mean? When you just chilling 80% of the time, they don't. It's boring to people.
Mm-hmm.
People
want the drama.
People love drama. If you look at a lot of shows, that's what. You know what I mean? So I feel like it desensitizes us with feeling like everything needs to be wild. In order to be entertaining, everything has to be chaotic.
Yeah.
But like the most important things is those quiet moments. You know, it's times where you can reflect. And I think when you're dealing with so many beasts, you have less quiet moments and you have more chaotic moments and you have more moments of like you dealing with vicious situations.
Yeah.
Because you trying to manage a whole bunch of wild animals.
Exactly.
Your peaceful moments is gone. Like you fighting for it, but your peace is gone because you're trying to manage all these wild beasts. And
that's what she said. She either she's trying to manage every single little thing that's going on because everything just seems out of control.
Facts.
Or either she's trying to manage everything that's going on just in her head. So, yeah.
Okay. My cousin
I'm
Sydney,
really upset that we can't see this, and this is why we have this up here.
I'll click over here to the right. See if that helps. Nope.
No, because it says live chat right here.
So I don't know. So yeah, hey Sydney, hey Cuz, nice to see you. Yeah, so we've been streaming on YouTube, but we decided going to keep streaming on Facebook for the people that haven't came to YouTube. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, because we only have 20 subscribers and we're trying to get more subscribers. But yeah, so we just kind of talking about our book since our book is officially out. We talking about the dangers of, our book is called Eradicated Beast. And we trying to help people get free from toxic people, toxic circumstances, toxic jobs. And so we're talking about the dangers in training wild animals and wild beasts. And so we was talking about the circus and talking about, you might have to hit the eye. You see where they, at the top of the eye, you might have to hit it. I don't know if it'll show you. It don't show you nothing.
Nothing there.
Oh, well, you got the comments showing now. But yeah, so.
There we go.
Yeah, so that's good. So, so we talking about Cardi B and kind of her situation. And I think, too, people think because somebody famous, they can still be dealing with beasts. And hold on, you can deal with beasts and still be a beast yourself, or still deal with, like,
of course.
You can be with a toxic person trying to manage that and still also have toxic traits yourself.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you're dealing with, I'm dealing with a beast, I'm dealing with a person that's toxic.
Right.
That means that
excludes, one or the other.
Come on now.
No,
You
it
know.
all go together.
You be getting on people's nerves too. You know, you have problems too.
Yeah.
And so, but I think the biggest thing, like I told her, is always being accountable and managing your own toxicity or your own problems.
Yeah.
But when you don't manage it, then it becomes somebody else's problem. Whoever's connected to you. Whoever's married to you, or whoever connected.
Now
that
is now that you say that was another kind of thing that she was kind of speaking of on, though, is that she actually realized as well, going to those 6 sessions. Yeah. She realized that she was bringing some things to the table as well that wasn't the best for the relationship, right? Yeah. So she admitted to that to her husband, Offset, at the time, and he actually took advantage of that and was like, see, I told you so,
So she said Offset? Oh, okay. Sorry. I have to throw a joke in there. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, so that's another thing that I do want to make people aware of, is that when someone is in the healing process and they are trying to admit and make change, don't throw it up.
Ooh,
don't throw it up in their face, even if it is something, because it's kind of like that parent-child relationship, right? Where it's like, your mama be telling you stuff forever, but you don't listen until maybe auntie said it to you.
Yep.
And when auntie said it to you, for some reason it clicked. Yeah. But when mama was saying it to you, it didn't click. Yeah. But it's kind of the same thing. She went to therapy and it clicked. Yeah. And maybe he was saying these things to her and it wasn't clicking because of the wildness and the poisonous and his reaction and all of the things that he was doing. So it wasn't clicking to her, because she was seeing it as she had a right to act this way because of his actions, right? But whenever she did finally say, you know what? Yeah. Maybe I am overreacting. Maybe I am acting out. Maybe I am saying things a little, to this way or that way. And I apologize and I want to make this work. And, I want this to be better. Then he was just like, see, told you. See, I told you I was right. I told you should have, been acting this way and acting that way.
But see, I get it though, right? Think about it. Just think about it. Think about a beast. If you have somebody that's creating chaos in your life, you have somebody that is violated, that's cheating on you, that's constantly being disrespectful, right?
Yep.
And if 80% of the time,
that's hard.
They're breaking you, and the 20%, they're trying to give you something of like something good.
Right.
If 80% of the time you've been poisoning me.
Man.
Now you want me to be able to receive the 20? No.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm not doing that because it's the source that it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust the source.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing that people have to realize. Like, it's just like if a man is with a woman and she tell him, "Oh, I'm tired of your little money, and you can get a better job, your little job, and you right?"
Yeah.
And she might then give him some great advice, but you've been disrespecting me.
This whole time. So how am I supposed to take this?
Yeah.
Where is this really coming from?
How am I gonna respect your words when you can't even respect me?
Mine, yeah.
You can't respect me as a person.
So
that you supposed to be in love with, but you want me to respect your words.
Well, I think, and that's one reason why they always say, you know, and I think you've experienced this yourself, you know, personally,
for sure.
Especially when you're in some type of relationship and the relationship itself needs work, both people need to be going to therapy. Both people need to be trying to get the work, like, at the same time, you know, not one person on there, kind of what we were talking about last time. One person's on their healing journey, even in your circle of friends. When you find yourself on your healing journey, your friend circle gets small real quick.
It gets small,
you know. So it's kind of the same thing. Exactly.
You start evolving, and now you're like, man, they weighing me down.
Yep. And or you were either in that circle where you were the ones making everyone else look good. You were kind of the background friend that made everybody else feel good,
feeling better about themselves.
And now that you feeling good about yourself, you know, now you kind of acting a little different, and now they like, oh,
because they want you,
girl,
they want you to keep playing.
Been? Who are you? Like, you know,
they want you to keep playing the role.
Exactly.
Like what Kelly said earlier. Why is it important to know your role so you don't overplay it? Yeah, because what happens is we're so used to people playing a certain role, but when you evolve and you start playing the correct role, they want you to go back and play the incorrect role. But why? Because
that's what I meant. That's what I know, and I don't like this new version.
But the new version is the real version.
Right.
The other one was the fake version.
Exactly.
And I was miserable playing that other role. I
wasn't happy. That is why, you know, you change the circle of friends.
Yeah.
You change the environment you're in. You find new friends. You have different environments. Or, like I was just saying, if you're in a relationship and now those things are starting to change, it needs to change for the both of you.
Facts.
Not just one of you. And a lot of times you start seeing that you've become different people. And a lot of times the relationship might not even work. You know, anymore. Now that you're starting to be different versions and the best versions of yourself.
And you're like, oh, shoot.
Yeah. And again, we talk about that in Eradicating the Beast, like setting those boundaries, standing up, knowing who you are, you know, and knowing when to walk away as well.
Yeah, because if you see they're not changing.
Yeah.
And not doing tricks because you tried to control them and train them. I'm talking about when you don't see them actively changing themselves, doing the work, you have to walk away. But if you stay, you're going to be still trying to manage this beast.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the circus, have y'all seen it where the circus, they be training a lion and then in front of the audience, the lion just decide to tackle, and they ain't nothing they can do. And you be like, you standing like, oh my God. You see the
elephant just start herding through, just taking off every which way, scaring
going through the audience, people running, getting stomped.
That's what I want to do. And like, I like what Kelly said. She said, that's right. Like Marvin Gaye said, it takes two, baby, to make a dream come true. Both people need the work. Both people have to do the work.
And you can't afford to. You don't know what type of losses you're going to have to take and withstand, the catastrophic losses. Like, think about it. A person that's training a wild animal, don't think one day the animal's going to attack them and they're going to lose their life.
Right.
Like, you don't think, you just be like, oh, I got this. You know, I just got to show I'm dominant. And they'll make a loud noise or well, what if that don't work? What if that line like,
yeah, we been here, did this for a while now. Yeah, that don't get it anymore.
Because think about it. They be having a chair. You really think a chair gonna stop a lion? a chair, brother.
Yeah.
You think a whip gonna stop a lion?
Yep. That's kind of like, when we say, when you get enough of us all together, you can't. Yeah, you can't break through, right? Yeah. So, and we know now, like we've learned now, we got enough, we've had enough experience now to know. So, we've been doing this, that line been doing this for a while now. He knows now, he realizes now that chair ain't nothing.
You ain't front.
Like,
you front.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like slavery. I'm trying to get deep, but that's how it
that's
is.
kind of what I was.
Yeah, that's what that's what made me think. It's like, it's once you had the fear in us, we be like, oh, okay, we can't do nothing. But now we know how strong we are when we work together.
Yep.
Oh, that's why it can never happen again.
It can never,
It never can go back. It will never go back.
Because
we know how mighty we are.
Yep. And we know, and now we even have a lot more of not even our own race with us.
Yeah.
We got a lot more brown people with us now that's not even necessarily African American. No, Like, that's going they going to support, they going to be in. So
it's kind of like you playing on people.
Hey,
Brian. It's like you playing on people imaginations because you making them. Because you have to make yourself
like that trick, like that, like you said, it's like a magic trick.
It's like a magic trick. You fooling us because you're trying to make it seem bigger than what they are.
Yeah,
and that's the reality of it. The beast is not actually big as they. Let me flip it. When you dealing with that lion or that beast in your life, right? Have you noticed a lot of times they make it seem like you need them?
Oh, yeah.
They'll make it seem like, oh, if I leave you, you ain't going to find nobody to love you the way you. And you be at first be like, yeah. And then you realize, this ain't love. I'm getting ripped up in shreds. And you realize that you're bigger without them than with them.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Because you've been actually putting yourself in a box the whole time you were with them to even fit into what they're wanting.
Exactly.
And how they're trying to like mold the situation.
Yeah.
So you end up, like you said, realizing you're bigger without them.
Okay, Ashton. Well, we definitely be praying for you. Hope everything's going good with you. We're definitely gonna keep you lifted in prayer.
I'm glad to see you on though.
Yeah, definitely glad to see you on, and hopefully this podcast will encourage you and motivate you, and hope you baby pull through soon, and sending our love and prayer to you. So Brian, we thank you for jumping on too. So we was just talking about trying to train a beast and wild animals, and we talking about the Cardi B situation, and I forgot we didn't talk about yet the government shutdown.
What? I know y'all know about how that is affecting us. I know y'all. How have y'all felt about the government shutdown? Like, I want to know, like, have y'all felt anything personally, or even like throughout your family? Because I know some of us may even have like IRS, family members that work for the IRS or any of the government, facilities. I know that, I have a friend of mine that I used to work with. He works for Delta, and they've been having lots of issues going back and forth about them being essential workers, but not being able to be paid right now, but required to work, and don't even get paid after the fact, which I thought was like, what? And I was kind of telling him, you know what, that's almost like this whole government thing is like a circus in itself.
No, it really
like
is.
It's almost like they trying to have us as their slaves, or they trying to train us and
make us,
because what, you want me to come to work
and still perform my job
and still do everything
on the same
that I'm
level
supposed to do, but you don't want to pay me?
And I guarantee they ain't gonna give them no extra breaks. They ain't gonna give them no extra type of nothing. You have the same little short breaks you been having and still perform. No, that's great. That's what I'm saying. It's chaos, right?
Yeah. chaos.
It's chaos.
Whole circus.
It's this whole circus, and now you got to deal with that, and that's so toxic. Like when people think about toxic stuff, they don't think about the government. They don't think about because we put the government in a whole different category, but it's still toxic. It's still damaging. It still affects a lot of people.
A whole lot. It actually probably affects a lot more people than we maybe even. Yeah. And I think, like Brian said, it's been 6 straight days right now, but I feel like if it goes longer,
they said one person said it can be weeks.
Oh yeah.
It can be multiple
they
weeks.
were saying it's supposed to be because it's supposed to be for some type of a funding bill. So
that's the problem. When they do it, they be trying to put in other funding and trying to get money. So they find out where money's going to and say, we didn't spend money on. We spend money here. So, but when they do that, they stop so much because they're trying to fight and they're trying to play politics. But they're playing politics with people's lives.
Like Kelly said, these folks honestly don't care for people. And that's what's sad about it is because they are treating us or, them like animals. You get treated any kind of way, but you still expecting my top, my 100. The same thing that I've been giving you for all this time, but now you want me to give it to you with nothing in return. You're not pouring into my glass at all, but you still want to take the same 100% away from me.
Because you know why? Even though they trying to treat us like animals, they're actual animals.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's I think that's the reality.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with beasts, have you noticed that I was trying to make you feel like you're a beast? Like we talk, you know how in relationships,
oh yes,
man,
I'm always the crazy one. I'm always
are you cheating? And they be the ones cheating.
They be the ones. Yep. Oh yeah.
What's wrong with you?
They always try to turn it around on you.
They project it.
It's like Brian said up here. When people say you can't make it without them, that's because they're trying to control you.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like same thing.
They want to control you. They want to utilize, get everything because they see how great you are. They see how wonderful you are.
They see your potential.
And they try to use it. It's like the Matrix, right? They trying to use it like a battery.
Yep.
And then when you're all gone, guess what they're going to do like batteries? They're going to throw you away.
Yep. I'm going to move on.
Because they ain't going to be charging. Because they don't have nothing to recharge you, so they just throw you away and get somebody else.
Yep. Basically.
And you left broken and empty.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're dealing with a beast.
Stop. Yep.
Yep.
All because you're dealing with a beast.
Mm-hmm. So that's what this book really deals with. It teaches you, okay, once you capture the beast, you got to keep going. There's more to it.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, I captured the beast.
Yeah.
Voila. No, you have to eradicate that beast. You're gonna have to leave. Something gonna have to give. You gonna have to.
Something has to give. Either everybody going to therapy, everybody's walking that same path, everybody's on that same page, and you're working together to be better. And it's a consistent motivation of working together to be better, and not pointing fingers and not, I told you so's and all of that, or either, it's time to set certain boundaries and not tolerate certain behaviors. And if those lines keep being crossed and those behaviors are steadily, then it's time to walk away.
Yeah. I think it's the culture, right? And really I was thinking about when you talk about the government shutdown and this, I was correlating it to my mind. I was like, it's a culture issue. Because culturally, we're so used to dealing with like this toxic situation between us that it's just what we're used to, right? Mm-hmm. And so the problem is we're trying to change. One person's trying to change, but the culture doesn't change. Right. So if the culture doesn't change, you can be a man, you can be civilized, but it can be it's still in the jungle. It can still be tied to a beast. Yeah. And you know how frustrating it is and dangerous it is to be civilized in an uncivilized place? The dangers of trying, think about it. You're trying to be respectful, but they're not.
Yeah.
Like you trying to
steady up against the wall. Yeah.
You trying to move with love and they trying to move with hate.
Yeah.
You trying to build and they trying to tear down.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it harder, because if y'all both was trying to tear each other down, that's different, because it's still dangerous. But when I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to be a better person. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to work
and that's
on
the
me.
reason I say both of you have to move in that same way, you know. And even if I see some days maybe you done slip back, the thing is that we constantly are pulling to each other forward to try to still remain, you know, respectful, on that same page. Exactly. You know, we're working together. We're not trying to work against each other. We're not trying to tear each other down.
No,
like, we're trying to work towards the healing. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. This is in no way easy, especially when this is something that you've probably been doing for years.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
So it takes time.
Oh, yeah.
Even in a relationship, because if y'all been together for, 5, 6, 7, 10 years, and y'all been doing this all this time,
the culture of your relationship,
and y'all trying to change, it's going to take a lot of undoing.
And it's not going to be pretty. I think
it's not.
It ain't going to be like the movie.
Take work. I don't know how many times
I have to
tell you this is a workbook, and that's why we call it a workbook.
Yeah.
Because it's not a movie. It's real life.
Yeah, and it ain't going to be
and
quick. You're going to have to work through. Yeah.
Yes, but you can't get there if you don't start. And you can't get there if you don't put in the work.
And you can't get there if you focus on training the beast.
Yeah.
How you going to go through this book and get your deliverance? How you going to work through the process of the questions and the self-reflection and identifying the beast and learn how to eradicate the beast if you constantly, here you go, feeding the beast, training the beast,
bringing the beast along,
trying to get the beast to do tricks, jump up, down, do this. Oh, I'm gonna try to make him be faithful. I'm gonna try to make her be faithful. I'm trying to make him love me. I'm gonna try to make this job be everything I need the job to be.
Yep, like Brian said. You got something got to give, right?
Something
you can't go left and right at the same time.
You can't.
You can't. You got to choose which way you're going to go.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it comes down to, y'all. Like, make the change for you.
Make the change.
And start today.
Start.
Little bit at a time. Every day.
Yeah.
Put in a little bit of work every day. I guarantee you.
And don't rush through the workbook. Take your time.
Yeah.
Don't rush through the workbook until you can complete that part. Literally be like, okay, I'm in a toxic situation. Let me work through the workbook in real time.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's not something that you have to, you can read through it, but you don't have to work through it all at one time. Like, because it will take time. That's kind of like going back to the Jay Shetty and Cardi B podcast. Yeah. She said it took time. It even took time because she was like, I made a commitment to myself that I'm not going to contact this person. Yeah. I'm not going to cry over this person anymore.
Exactly.
I'm not going to, she made all these different things up in her mind on her daily that she wasn't going to do anymore. Facts. But it still took time for her heart to catch up with her mind because she was still in love with this person. She was still used to being with this person. She was still used to coming home to this person. She was still used to, when something was going wrong in her day, to pick up the phone and call this person. So having to undo all of those things that she's been doing for so long, it still takes time. But it took for her to say no, and I'm not going to do this. And she started little by little, and she started noticing, my first month, I talked about him every day. My second month, I talked about him maybe every other day.
Yeah.
My third month, I talked about him, once a week. My 4th month, I may have talked about it one time all this month, you know, so it took time. So it's going to take time. All the time that it took you to get into this is going to take time for you to get out of it. Yeah. So a day at a time, 20 minutes a day, you know, just it being a constant reminder. That's the reason it's called a workbook, and that's why we have it set up in ways where we actually portion things out for you to do throughout your week, throughout a month. We set up challenges, like there's takeaways from it, you know, that you actually, you know, do, you know, make commitments to yourself to work through, to see, to bring it into all your different environments and all your different situations. Like, do the work, guys. Like, put you first. And if you're with, you know, someone and you're like realizing now, we need to do something, you know, do the workbook together.
And you might have multiple beasts in your life. That's the thing too. You might be dating a beast. Family might be some beasts. You might have a friend. And so I guess my biggest thing too is when you're working through the book, right? Like you talking about identify the beast. You might identify
her real name.
Huh?
That's her real name. That's Cardi B's real name. Yeah.
When you dealing with the beast, you might be like, oh shoot, you start identifying the beast. Like, I got 3 beasts in my life.
Yeah.
All right. So now there might be a different process, a different point in the process for each one. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because now you got to figure out, dang, what am I feeding the beast? What am I feeding this relationship?
And what am I going to do for this one?
What am I doing?
What am I going to do with this one?
Yeah.
So, again, you know, and also prioritize, you know.
Really, for real.
Because sometimes if you get rid of this one beast, some of these other beasts might disappear.
Yeah.
Some of these other mundane tasks and some of this other, you know, stuff that makes you go crazy, by getting rid of this one thing, it might take away a whole lot of, you know, some of the other things.
It might take some of the beasts out, and also it might just make those relationships better. Prime example, what I say.
Yeah.
So you only have like so much peace, right? So if you're in a relationship with a beast, you got some family members that are beasts. You got a job that are beasts, right? Mm-hmm. That's a lot of beasts. That's a lot of wild situations. So if you confront your relationship and get free from that toxic relationship, now it will help you manage, not forever, but help you manage the job.
Yep.
Because now you ain't dealing with a home life that's in shambles. Now you can manage the job. Now you don't do like some people just up and quit and don't have nothing lined up. Mm-hmm. You can actually be like, okay, I can manage. I can get a little breather because I have my home life is intact now.
Yep.
Now I can make sure when I pivot to a better job, I'm not jumping into a worse situation.
I've been in a situation where it was the relationship that was making my job hard.
Yeah.
The job was actually perfect for me, but the person I was with was in competition with me.
Well, there you go.
But as soon as I walked out of that, all of everything else started lining up for me.
You made a good point. That your beast in your home life can actually create chaos in your
work life.
Work life. Mm-hmm. So you might be dealing with the wild at the job literally because of the person you with.
Exactly.
Because that happens a lot. They don't want you to be at the job. They don't want you, what you doing over there? Who you talking to over there? You got a work husband. You got a work wife. Who this, who that? You know what I mean? It's popping up at your job. And so your beast at your home can actually create a wild situation. And so you have to really pay attention.
Yeah.
Because some stuff you cutting out wasn't really the beast. You cutting out the wrong thing. Because you're trying to adapt to a beast, so you quit a job. I've seen women talk about they quit jobs, they stopped doing their career, they didn't go to school
all
because they was entertaining a beast. And then the beast still left them. Beast still cheating on them.
High and dry.
You put your life on hold for 20 years for a man, and you didn't go to school, you didn't follow your dreams, and he still cheated on you and left you.
Yep.
That's why we wrote this book.
Yep.
That's why we wrote this book. That's why we're pushing so hard, because people are in these situations trying to manage beasts and look up and ain't hit a goal, ain't went to school, ain't accomplished the degree, because they put their life on hold to serve a beast. And we breaking that.
Yeah. Yep. Setting those boundaries. Standing up. Standing up for who you are.
Kelly said some people got 30 beasts in
that's
life.
Brian.
Some
people got 30 beasts in their life and stay and in their ear.
And some is
family members. Yep.
That'd be the worst one sometimes.
And like you said, Kelly, if you're miserable at home, a lot of times that stuff goes with you everywhere.
Like
and
cancer.
That's the reason we say, you are trying to manage a beast and train a beast and tame a beast, and you become a beast.
Yeah.
And now everywhere you go,
you creating havoc in other
creating havoc in other people,
you
in all your environments, because you going through hell at the house.
How many times you did it? Oh man, I'm sorry, I'm having problems at my home. Don't go off on me. You having a bad day. How many managers come in having a bad day? You can tell they got cheated on, they wife don't love them, their husband, they come in, they writing you up. You like, what did I do? Now it's made you, but look, what happens? They're creating a beast because they came in a bad mood. Yep. They're treating you terrible, and guess what happens? Then you come home and treat your person terrible because your manager treat you terrible. So now they're creating a beast. Now you into what they call a lion's pride because then you connect to multiple beasts and you don't even realize it. Yep. That's why this book helping people.
That is why.
That's why we wrote this book.
And that is exactly why we wrote it.
You multiplying beasts.
Because I'm telling y'all, get it. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
It's so worth it.
So I want to put a mandate out there. I want to put, because y'all have been supporting us. Man, y'all share this, right? Y'all share the website, y'all share the book. If you know you have a friend or someone that is in a toxic situation, in a toxic relationship, or just doing a toxic job, whatever situation, or that you can tell they're super negative, or they just have toxic traits, man, y'all buy the book for them. Y'all send it to them. Y'all let them know about it. Like, help, whatever. Because at the end of the day, man, people need to get free.
Yeah, pay it forward. Like, y'all purchase it.
Yeah. And bless somebody else with it.
Bless someone else with it.
Like, we got to break these cycles.
That's how much, like, we're literally, every time we get on, we're going through actual chapters of our book. Yeah. We've went through the introduction. Yeah. We've went through identifying the beast. Now we're at the capture of the beast, setting the traps, setting the boundaries, standing up for yourself, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to stay and actually work if you're seeing action and you're seeing, your beast actually be tamed and y'all are becoming, as one together. That happens. And that's a blessing, to happen. But then sometimes you can't, and you have to walk away no matter how much it hurts, but putting in the work, and over time, your healing is what is most important. And again, I always bring it back to who is also in your environment with you that this is affecting as well.
Yeah. Innocent bystanders.
Yes.
Your kids.
Your children. Again, like we just said, the people that you go to work and you're managing and you're being around, and now you're passing out all this negativity and toxicity.
Now you're triggering their issues.
Yeah. And or even the whole having to be fake.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Walking into these rooms and having to not even be yourself, and you're having to smile to keep from crying. It's the same thing, like.
We literally talked about that. Good. Like being in the car crying, or just don't even want to get going.
Don't even want to get out of the car.
Yeah.
How many of y'all have been there? I know I have. Where times. I've literally pulled up in the garage and I've sat in the car for like 30 minutes because I'm just like, Oh my God. Like I don't even like we were talking about a circus. We compare it to a zoo in our book. You know, like I'm about to walk into the jungle. I'm about to walk into the zoo. You know, that's how
a lot of people
bad my home life is, you know, right now. Like I know it's probably about to be a mess in here. I got this same person doing the same thing, sitting on their behind, you know, kids running around, dishes ain't washed, laundry ain't done. But as soon as I walk in the door, every single person's going to run to me and say, I need, I want.
Yep. And now you have to try to manage chaos.
Yeah.
You dying and becoming a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
And so I would rather sacrifice and go to the www.
thebestshoeclinic2025.com. And y'all purchase this book.
Scroll down.
Yes.
Because I'd rather invest in the book than waste any more energy and time on beasts.
Yeah. And like I said, even if it's not for you, I know I'll put $100 on it that if it's not for you, it's for someone close to you.
Oh, facts.
Someone close to you needs it.
Yeah.
Someone within your reach, if it's at your job, at your church, at your PTA, you know, somebody in your circle somewhere needs it, and you know that they need it,
and they're trapped.
Yeah.
And then no. Think about it. Think about the abusive relationship of people that are in these life or death situations, and they don't know how to get out of it, y'all. They feel trapped.
They feel alone.
Powerless. Mm-hmm. Like this book is gonna inspire people. Like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm strong enough.
Yep. It literally guides you. It literally guides you through.
And we're building a community too, so you're not alone. That's why we talk about the book. We online because you know, sometimes you get a book and you don't have no community of people that you can reach out to that will pray with you or just support you. And we all are getting free from different beasts.
Yes.
And they might look different, but they all beasts.
Yeah. And that's why we're on Wednesdays. That's definitely why we're on Sundays. Yeah. And that is why we have the Best You Clinic.
That's why we have the Best You Clinic.
You know, we not only have our book. If you go through the website, we have coaching. We have life coaching. We have business coaching. You know, we want you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. So we try to provide that non-judgmental space for you to be able to reach out. Our email is on there. All of our social medias are on there. You know, all you have to do is drop a message.
Just drop a message.
It's a community. This is a group. It's not, you know, you're not alone.
Yeah, we're not hiding behind a book. We're
not at all
reachable, and we love people. We genuinely and at the end of the day, we genuinely want to help people.
Right.
We really want to help people.
Yeah. And just as much as you guys support us and we want your support and need your support, you know, we want to support you.
Yeah, that's the whole point. We want to support you. We want to see you be free from this beast. And you tell us you went to college, you started back to college, you started your business, you hit a goal because you eradicated those beasts in your life. Or even the beast that might be in you. You eradicated that beast.
Exactly.
Because you worked this book and now you're free. And now you married, got kids, you happy, you're
building your goals, life. Yeah, you're building the life that you want. And you're writing your own story and not handing it off for someone else to write for you.
Exactly.
Man, and like Brian said, stop wasting time and your life satisfying a beast that's holding you back and keeping you down.
Facts.
Like I couldn't say it better myself. Stop wasting the time. You know, don't put it into anybody and everybody else.
Yeah, it's your life.
Yep.
You don't have one life. You might as well live it in a civilized place instead of living in a jungle.
Yep.
And we ain't made to live in a jungle. You
having the peace
and
the vibes and the energy, and being around that same type of peace
it feels
and
good
vibe
when you're
and
around
energy.
people that's positive and move in love, man. When you're around toxic people, it's terrible.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's so hard.
You deserve better.
Yeah,
you're more than enough. You deserve a better living situation.
Yeah,
and a better work environment.
Yeah,
a better environment in general. So we're gonna do like we always do. We pray in and we pray out.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining us today on our Wednesday Hump Day Bash. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes.
Share the video.
Thank you for your support.
Share the website.
Subscribe.
We need.
We're at 22, baby. Let's get to 25 at least. We need 50. But y'all get us to at least 25.
Tell your friends about it.
Yes.
Tell your family, your mama, about it. Your mama and your aunt and your cousin and them,
Yeah.
Your kinfolk. You know how we talk. Your kinfolk. You tell your peoples.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So
thank you, Kelly. It's so good for us too. Like we really do. We get so much out of it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna speak it. I would love to do this full time. Just loving people.
Yeah.
Writing these books, helping people.
And that's why we need the support of you guys to, buy the book, go onto the website. I have fresh pressed juices on there. I'm going to introduce those next Wednesday.
Love it.
For our serum of life. We're trying to be the best we can be from the inside out,
we working on everything.
We working on everything.
We process too. We're working
T-shirts. I made this shirt right here that you guys on now. Yep. So, we have a T-shirt line. We do custom, prints.
Yeah.
If you see the website, I built the website. I can build websites. I do logos.
Graphics.
Y'all support us. We support you.
Yeah, and we just keep building.
And
build each other.
Exactly. And I want anybody who does that is listening, and y'all do have a business of your own, drop it. Drop it in the comments, drop it in the links, and or drop your link, and we will definitely shout you out. We have a Too Fab. If you see our banner back here, these are all of our businesses. We'll shout you out. We support you just like you support us.
Kelly loved the shirt that you made for her.
Yes, Dream Girls. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to post that.
Yeah.
I never did post that.
Yeah, we got to post that.
Yeah.
But thank you. And we're glad you love the shirt. And so,
yes.
So we're going to keep rocking our content. And thank y'all so much. So anything else? I'm going to pray out.
I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Father God, we just thank you. We thank you for all the amazing people that decided to join on Facebook and on YouTube. And just say, hey, we support a positive movement. We support this book that they're doing, the JMV podcast, the Best You Clinic. We support them just encouraging others and just being selfless and helping people and loving people. And that's what we all about. So I just pray that you protect everyone. You protect their hearts and minds. And, hey, we're going to have a blessed night. Y'all be good. Amen.
Y'all be good. Amen. Y'all make it through the rest of this week,
y'all.
We close. We real close.
We on Hump Day, so got 2 more days, y'all. 2 more days.
But thank y'all again so much for jumping on, and we will see y'all on Sunday for Inspirational Sunday at 8 o'clock right here on YouTube and Facebook.
Yep. Oh, I was trying to do it. You keep moving the mouse.
Oh, my bad.
I'm trying to stop the streaming. Because that's what's going to get us off alive.